Hey my beautiful peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Am from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome in here to your All Signs December 2023 Tarot check-in. How are you? Hope everybody here is doing well. I want to wish a happy holiday to each and every single one of you, man. Happy holidays, guys. I know coming up here in mid-December, we're going to be spending quite a few times and quite a few moments with our friends, our families, and our loved ones. So I hope that it's going to go in a fantastic manner. I hope you have a great time and I hope there's lots of love and lots of joy. As always, I do want to mention here for this kind of reading style, we'll be going from Aries to Pisces. Timestamps will be in the description box. They will also be in the pinned top comment down below for your leisure. If you want to go ahead and skip right around, if you want to sit back, relax, and enjoy the entire video, you're welcome to stay. I appreciate you. As always, I do want to mention too, if you're interested in personal readings, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description below if you would like to book me there. But welcome in, guys, mid-December 2023. Let's get on into it for all signs. We're going to start out here first and foremost with Team Aries. So let's begin here with our Ram fam and see what's going on coming on into mid-December. So what do we have in store here, please, for our lovely and amazing Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, showing up here in mid-December 2023. What information is going to be popping on through here for our lovely Aries gang? Now, we did have a flip card come out, and that flip card here is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a very fortuitous energy. It is representative here of things turning in your favor or having some sense of a favorable outcome. So you may have or may notice that there will be some sort of favorable outcome showing up for you, jumping into the month here or the mid-month here of December. Love that, but let's go ahead and get the official spread. Starting out with the overall energy, we have here the Knight of Swords, looking at the current energy, Knight of Cups, what you're dealing with at this time, Eight of Cups, and looking at the current outcome, we do have here the King of Wands showing up here as well. What I feel for Aries peeps coming into this month, Knight of Swords here, and we got a Knight of Cups. I think that there is definitely a conversation to be had here that's going to be expressing quite a bit of feelings and emotions. Kind of seems like a heart-to-heart coming in for many of you jumping into the mid-month of December, and it's a heart-to-heart that I feel was long overdue. You know, looking at what you're dealing with here, Eight of Cups, this is probably representing that like you and somebody you're dealing with, you haven't been around each other for quite some time. So I'm kind of getting like more of like maybe like a family separation happened here. Maybe you haven't talked to a relative for a very long time. There could have been some sort of feud that happened and maybe it lasted many years. I've actually been noticing, even in my personal life and in friends and people around me, this kind of energy coming to pass where if there's been long ongoing feuds that haven't necessarily been resolved, you know, there's something special about this Mercury retrograde that we're in where it's really bringing a lot of that up and saying, hey, it's time to heal. You know, we can't be angry with each other forever. We can't be out of our lives forever, especially if there's a family aspect to this. It's like we want to mend that connection because we are family at the end of the day. And do keep in mind, Aries, even if you and this person are not necessarily family, you may have considered this person to be your family. That's just how close you were with this individual. So I do see healing and mending coming into play here so far between you and someone that you have not mended things with in a very, very long time. Is what I'm picking up on. You know, looking at the outcome, King of Wands, it does seem to me like this person's going to be on your mind, vice versa. You're going to be on their mind here as well. And there's going to be this feeling here with the King of Wands of like, I'm feeling drawn to them. I'm feeling drawn to reach out to them, drawn to talk to them. And by the way, for some reason here as well, this can definitely resonate with an Aries Sun, but I also feel here that in particular, this could really resonate with an Aries Moon. So if you happen to have a Moon in Aries, there could be this emotional, you know, long overdue kind of conversation coming into play here between you and somebody specific, especially if you've been out of one another's lives for quite some time. So that's the vibe that I'm feeling here, but it does feel like there's mending coming into play. The conversation here feels rather positive with the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is about having positive intentions to mend, to heal, and to bring forth love into the connection. King of Cups, having a more mature attitude, having a more mature outlook on things between you both. I think that the time away definitely put a lot into perspective for you, Aries, and it definitely put a lot into perspective for your person because the more time you've had away from one another, the more you've had time to grow, the more you've had time to kind of interpersonally heal, but now it's time to come together and finish up and tie off the rest of the healing that needs to take place. So I think your perspectives here have grown a lot in a very powerful way with this King of Cups as well. So definitely feeling conflict resolution energy coming into your month here. Do take this if it resonates, guys. Of course, leave it if it doesn't. But Team Aries, I like it. I think that this is a wonderful time of the year, you know? When we tap into the mid-month here, we tap into the holidays. It's a time where we start to take a look at the people we love and care about, and we're in much more of a higher vibration and loving vibration. And I think that on top of Mercury being in retrograde, kind of bringing up this interest and this feeling of wanting to reconnect and wanting to kind of go through the healing process is going to be incredibly powerful here as well. So Team Ram Fam, I appreciate you. Do enjoy the rest of your mid-December. Have a happy holidays. And I hope that things work out here to the best of your ability and the best way that they can between you and this respected person. Okay? Much love, Team Aries. We're going to go ahead now and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thanks for stopping by. All right? All right, everybody. We have touched base here with our Ram Fam. We're now going to go ahead and hop on into Team Taurus. So Team Taurus, hello. Welcome into mid-December 2023. Happy holidays to you. And let's see what's going on here, baby. What do we got going on here for our lovely zodiac signs of Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on in here into mid-December 2023. What information's coming on out here for Team Taurus throughout mid-December 2023? We're going to go ahead here and get a couple more shuffles, Team Taurus. And we'll see what we got going on with you, baby. Hopefully, we are looking at some awesome stuff. Starting out here with your overall energy for the mid-month, we have here a King of Swords. Taking a look at the current energy, we have the Hermit, what you're dealing with here. Two of Pentacles. Looking at the outcome, we do have here the Queen of Pentacles showing up as well. So, Taurians, coming on into your mid-month here, we do begin with this King of Swords. King of Swords, to me, is a card that could be very representative of having discipline. It could be a card here of also really knowing your boundaries and understanding your boundaries and making sure that they are maintained and making sure that they are enforced. I do kind of get the sense here that you are making it very abundantly clear that you need time alone with the Hermit card. So, like I mentioned, King of Swords is boundaries, but the Hermit, that's being in solitude. And I think that throughout the process of being in solitude here, Taurus, you're also gathering wisdom. You know, sometimes when we can take the time out to be by ourselves, not only can we think a little bit more clearly, but we can also see the bigger picture when we take a step back from certain things in our lives. So I'm getting this feeling for Taurians where it's like, I made it abundantly clear, I need some space. Now, you may be taking space here from a friend, from a family member, from a loved one, whatever the case may be. Maybe some of you guys are taking some space from a career, if there happen to be some sort of weird effect that career has been having on you. But looking at what you're dealing with here, Two of Pentacles, you've really been weighing in your options lately. You know, the more held back you've been from someone or something at this time. It's like, as you've been in solitude, it's made you kind of question, do I want to go forward with someone or something? You know, you're really taking the time out here with the outcome, Queen of Pentacles, to take a look at what should be prioritized. You know, if I am taking time away from a person, do I feel happier without them, or do I miss them? Do I long for them? And what is a priority that I need to focus on the most? Do I need to focus on prioritizing myself or prioritizing a connection with someone else? Do I need to focus on prioritizing money? Do I need to focus on prioritizing relationships? I think that getting your priorities and your affairs in order is incredibly important. And honestly, in this time of solitude, I think you're recognizing what needs to take precedent, what needs to take priority the most, and you're gathering and getting the answers that you need. So jumping into the month here of mid-December, I think that the more that you take time for yourself, the more that you step into solitude, the more the wise answers you've needed reveal themselves to you. So I think you've needed times to kind of figure things out, to clear your head, and to kind of gather what information and what the next steps are, is what I'm feeling here for Taurians. Now, like I mentioned, you could be taking time away or a step away from friends, family members, lovers, maybe your career, anything of that nature, but you're making sure you're having this boundary reinforced. It's like, I need to be on my own because this is how I'm going to figure everything out. And I do believe here for sure, Taurus, especially with the Queen of Pentacles coming out here for the outcome, this is getting things figured out. This is understanding where to go moving forward. So I do see you guys getting the answers that you seek, okay? All right, Team Taurus, I like that for you. Of course, do take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but you know, it can be incredibly beneficial to tap into solitude because, as I previously mentioned, when you're in that space where there's no distractions, there's no influences, especially external influences like people and energy and situations, when you're really wholeheartedly connected to just yourself, you can see a lot more clearer than usual. And also, when you're very up close to something, when you're invested in things, sometimes you're a little bit too up close to see what it's really like, but when you disengage and as you back up, it allows you to see the bigger picture. So I definitely think that many of you are going to kind of have an experience here in mid-December where it's like, whoa, now I see the big picture. Initially, I saw half of the picture because I was so close, but I backed up and everything's in frame. I can see it all. So you will be figuring out what the next steps are, what to prioritize going forward, what works well and what works best for you. And this time of solitude, I feel, is going to serve you well. Okay? All right, Team Taurus, very interesting reading. Take that, of course, if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But guys, I appreciate you. Happy holidays, Team Taurus. Do enjoy the rest of your mid-December, and I will catch you all in the next one, okay? All right, my beautiful Taurus, let's go. All right, Gemini, let's get on into it. We're going to take a look here at your mid-December. I do want to say happy holidays. I hope you're enjoying spending time with your friends, your family, and your loved ones. But without a further ado, let's see what's going on here for mid-December 2023. What do we got showing up here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus coming on into mid-December 2023. What information do we have here for our lovely Gemini gang? Let's go ahead and get it popping. Starting out here with the overall energy, we do have here the Ace of Cups. Looking at the current energy, the Empress, what you're dealing with at this time, Gemini, we have here the Ten of Wands. And taking a look here at the current outcome, we have here the Sun coming up as well. So I love seeing the Sun and I love seeing the Empress because this is representative of growth and being able to overcome this Ten of Wands like type of moment. Now, when we do begin here with the overall energy being the Ace of Cups here is representative of fulfillment, right? So you're setting foot here into the mid-month fulfilled, you're happy. It does seem to me like you're also having, in addition to this fulfillment, the byproduct is fulfillment because you're growing with the Empress. So there's some sort of growth and the byproduct is happiness and fulfillment. Now, I'm not sure necessarily what may be growing specifically in your life. Maybe a relationship is developing and it's sprouting and growing into something beautiful. Maybe this happens to be your career really taking off and growing in a wonderful manner. But I see here that it feels like the struggle's finally over with the Ten of Wands, which I absolutely love to see. So Geminis, if you've been struggling, it feels like there's no struggle here no more as you set foot here in the mid-month. The struggle is coming to an end with that Ten of Wands. So it feels like quite a lovely energy to see and watch. I mean, looking at the outcome, you have here the Sun card. Sun card, once again, is representative of happiness. I do think that you're feeling like you're finally in a happy place. Let's take a look here and see what these Ten of Wands were about. What was going on here with this Ten of Wands moment for Gemini? Why did we have the Ten of Wands showing up overall? For Gemini, we have here the Two of Pentacles. I think what's created struggle for you massively was contributed due to inconsistency. So if you're a Gemini and you were dealing with inconsistent finance, of course that can create struggle. Maybe you were a Gemini dealing with an inconsistent person, which made you feel like you were struggling and unhappy because what you were looking for at the end of the day was stability and security. So I feel like you were searching for security and stability in a situation that wasn't being provided. That ended up making you feel uncomfortable with the Ten of Wands. But what's switching up and changing and what's growing here in the month here of mid-December is that you're now moving into much more of a stable place. There is the security now showing up, which was the security you've been looking for this entire time. So once again, whether you're dealing with finances, whether you're dealing with love, whether you're dealing with anything else, if something was once in a very unsecure space and you constantly felt the struggle due to the nature of not having stability, this stability is now coming in as you're starting to grow moving forward. Now, this is personal growth and personal development for many of you. So for example, if you were having financial instability, maybe you've grown into the person where you recognize, I now know what I need to do. I've grown into a place where I'm aware of what I need to do to bring in balanced finances and financial security. Maybe if this is about relationships, maybe you kind of felt like things were always inconsistent, but instead of only looking at the other person saying, this is why we're inconsistent, you took a look at what's going on their end, you took a look at what's going on yours, and both of you have decided to contribute what you need to do to make this relationship something stable, something loving, something amazing. So it really feels to me like there's not an egotistical energy here coming into mid-December. It's like, let's cast the ego aside. Let's look at what needs to be solved. What's the problem or issue? What do we need to do to better the situation? And everything seems here and tends to work out quite lovely going forward into mid-December. So I like that a lot here, Team Gemini. You know, a lot of people sometimes, unfortunately, can have a problem setting aside their ego. I think it's kind of in human nature sometimes to, you know, not always look within and kind of look externally. But I feel like in your case here, it's about saying, no, I need to look internally too and see what I need to grow, what I need to transform, and what I need to shift in order to make my situation better than what it is, and of course make it something that's fulfilling as well. So Geminis, I applaud you for that. I love that. Of course, do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but do have a great rest of your mid-December 2023. Thanks for stopping by and tuning in, and happy holidays to you. All right, my Gemini, we're keeping it popping and pushing and moving forward. So we finished up our Gemini peeps. Let's go ahead and move on in here to our Cancer. So Team Cancer, hello, what's going on with you? Happy holidays, everybody, and let's see what's up here for mid-December 2023. What do we have in store here for Team Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac throughout mid-December 2023. What is showing up here for our lovely and amazing Cancer gang? Let's go ahead and check it out. Starting out here with the overall energy, we have here the High Priestess. Looking into the current energy, the Five of Cups, what it is you're dealing with, we have here the Chariot, which is you. And looking at the current outcome, we do have here an Ace of Pentacles showing up as well here, Team Cancer. So let's begin and have a chat. Now, I do want to mention you could be dealing with a Pisces. You also could be connecting here with a fellow Cancer. Now, High Priestess, that's intuition. You know, it technically is the card about, do you feel called towards something, or are you feeling some sort of intuitive nudge? Chances are you are, coming into mid-December. So the High Priestess calls for you to pay attention to your intuition. Where are you feeling guided? Where are you feeling pulled towards, or what are you feeling called towards at the end of the day here as well? Because if you're starting to notice that intuitive nudge, you're being nudged in some sort of direction. Now, Cancerians, I think what's interesting about this intuitive nudge, though, is that it's about addressing some things you might not be very happy with the Five of Cups. Five of Cups here is a card that's representative of grief. Now, I think it's pretty natural for most people to want to avoid grief. You know, nobody wants to be unhappy. Nobody wants to go through a grieving process. But in this case, you're getting that nudge here where it's like, okay, I need to go down the rabbit hole. I need to address this grief. And I know that it's going to hurt. I know it might suck for a little bit, but this is the time where I need to confront something in my life. Now, Mercury in retrograde has a tendency, and I talk about this all the time, to bring up things within us that we need to heal, that we have not focused on, things that we've either run away from, things we've kind of buried deep within us, things that we buried deep under layers and layers and layers. So I think that your attention here from your spirit guides, from the universe, is directing all of your attention onto something here that hasn't particularly been healed. Now, Cancerian, as much as maybe some of you might not be super happy to hear that in this reading, I want to say that in the mid-month, if you allow yourself to pay attention to what this grief is, you're going to go through this grief a lot quicker than you think, and you're going to be able to move forward with the Chariot card a lot quicker than you think as well. Like, it actually feels to me like you're going to heal from this situation very, very quickly. By the way, one thing I always like to note about the Five of Cups is even though 3 cups over here are knocked over and spilled, what's behind this woman is 2 cups that are still left standing. So Cancer, even though right now you went through a situation where maybe something didn't work out, you are also on the path to connect with something new. That's why the 2 of Cups shows up here, because as you allow yourself to grieve and move forward, there's something beautiful in the distance waiting for you to come towards it. So that's where the Chariot comes into play. When we move forward, we can move and align to the next best thing. Having a look here at the outcome, Cancer, we do have here an Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like it's a very opportune time, Cancer, to start aligning to your new beginning. I think that for those of you that have been kind of pushing off or delaying healing for so long, the important thing to understand about with delaying healing is that it can also delay like our new beginnings and, you know, where we go from here. You know, when you allow yourself to kind of delay healing and moving on from something, it can inevitably delay the next path or the next chapter in your life. And that's something that I had to learn personally in my life as a Cancerian, because I used to delay all the time in the retrospective feelings and healing. So when I would go through stuff, I would stay stuck on stuff for a long time. And then when I would finally let go, my new chapter would finally suddenly begin. So I think that a sudden new chapter will begin for you, Cancer, but it all really comes down to having to let go, having to process some sort of grief situation. And when you actually get through it, when you do release it and you let it go here throughout this period of mid-December, very quickly I feel like you are moving on to the new chapter, the next best thing. So Cancers, don't be afraid to let go, because when one door closes, inevitably another door here opens. So I like that a lot here for Cancerians. Of course, do take it if it resonates, right? If it's not your story, absolutely no worries, but I appreciate Team Cancer nonetheless for tuning in. Wishing you all very happy holidays with your friends, your family, and your loved ones. But With that being said, guys, if you note with the High Priestess that you're feeling kind of called to get into something, maybe you're going deep down the rabbit hole with something that happened years ago from your past. Maybe you've been feeling called to kind of address and confront a situation that happened recently. It could be the past, it could be the recent past, whatever the case may be. But whatever you're feeling called to, let yourself be guided there. Let yourself explore that feeling and that calling. And as you get through it and go through it, I really feel like you're being redirected here to your new chapter. So Cancerians, I'm wishing you well, wishing you the best here, and have a great rest of your December 2023. Okay? All right, Cancer, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you so much for coming out. So we have touched base here with our Cancer. Going ahead and moving forward, we're going to hop on into Team Leo. So Leo, hi guys. How's it going? Welcome into mid-December. Have a happy holidays to each and every single one of you. I hope that you're excited for the holidays and spending time with your friends, your family, and your loved ones. But what do we got showing up here for Leo? We got a Judgment coming out already and a King of Wands. Some of you may find coming into mid-December that you're like excited or interested in wanting to take a chance on something. Maybe you want to take a chance on somebody in the dating scene, someone new. Maybe you want to take a chance on a career or on some sort of interest in general. I say go for it. I feel like you have a green light here. Yeah, Six of Swords. You have a green light here. Go for it. There's a clear path here to whatever this is. So for example, if you have a new hobby you want to get into, if you have a new interest, if you're interested in a person or some sort of job, it feels like there's something there. So just a quick little side message for Leos. If you are feeling called to something new, or if you are feeling like there is something that you're interested in here overall, there is a green light for you guys to go for it, okay? Yeah, we got here a 10 of Cups showing up and a 5 of Cups in reverse. So with that being said, whatever this new thing is can lead to fulfillment, all right? Nonetheless, though, what do we got showing up here for Leos? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus coming on into mid-December 2023. All right, Team Leo, let's go ahead and get a few more shuffles. Don't mind my butterfingers today. I got to actually use some fanning powder on these cards because they're getting a little sticky, if you will. But let's take a look and see what's up. Overall energy, Leo, the Tower coming on out for you. Taking a look here at the current energy, the 9 of Cups, what it is you're dealing with at this time, the 7 of Cups, looking at the outcome. For the mid-month of December, we do have here the 8 of Pentacles. I actually like this Tower moment. I think this is incredibly positive for you guys. The Tower showing up here in this energy is about having to break away from the 7 of Cups. Now, what's the 7 of Cups in the Tarot? Well, the 7 of Cups in the Tarot is representative of some sort of confusing situation, a situation that you're not necessarily sure how to approach, how to engage, how to navigate. So I think that if you've been having confusion about your path here overall, the Tower is what's awakening you to where you're supposed to be heading, where you're supposed to go. It's about giving you the clear ability to see clearly. What is the next step? Where are we going? Where are we heading? You know, I feel that at the end of the day, as maybe confused as you've been about your life path with the 7 of Cups, you've kind of been still in a good space with the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups here says, I've been trying to be going with the flow. I've tried to, be in the best energy I could be. I feel like you've been in a rather positive space and a positive energy. But however, I do think that you haven't been the happiest though at the same time with feeling confused about your life path. Now, when I say life path, this could be career path. Maybe some Leos are like, Ant, I just don't know what the heck I'm supposed to be doing with my career. For some of you, you're like, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing in love. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, period. You might be feeling that way and it's okay. Maybe this is the energy of feeling a bit lost and confused about what the next step is. But my favorite thing to always tell people is every time you feel lost, let yourself be found. You don't have to expect to find something, but instead something will always find you. When it comes to love, I always tend to say too, we don't even find love, love finds us. So I think that you've been in a flow state for a while, Leo. You've been doing what you can to keep up the best and most positive morale. And I think that jumping into the mid-month here of December, Tower comes in, boom, something becomes awakened. The new path here for Leos becomes awakened. And looking at the outcome, 8 of Pentacles, it's time to get to work, baby. So I like it, man. I really do, Leos. I feel like for your mid-month here, what's being awakened is the new path. You've been going with the flow for a while. You've been in that flow state, but now you weren't in a position where you were seeking out your next chapter, but your next chapter now seeks you out. So like I mentioned, sometimes you need to be lost to be found, because whatever this is finding you well. All right, Team Leos, I like that. So seems very sudden, but there's going to be a pretty big change coming into your life, if you didn't know what you were doing with career, all of a sudden things can kind of perfectly align in reference to your career. And you suddenly find yourself in this brand new job or this brand new career. And you're like, whoa, this is awesome. This is amazing. I don't know how the hell I got here, but I got here and that's awesome, right? That could be about love too. It's like, man, I did not expect to meet this person, but suddenly they came out of nowhere and boom, you know, we're working on our connection with each other. It seems promising to be a relationship. It's like, this is amazing. So something's going to get activated here. Especially with whatever you've been in a flow state with. Okay, so I feel like things end up kind of just working out here for you at this time. So it's kind of like giving me expect the unexpected, Team Leo. All right, very interesting message. Of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but have a great rest of your mid-December, guys. Happy holidays to you and your loved ones. And let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thanks, Team Leo, for stopping by. Now, we finished up our Leos. Let's go ahead and head on in here to Team Virgo and see what's going on here for you beautiful peeps. Virgo, welcome in. This is your mid-December check-in. I do want to say happy holidays, everybody. Hope you're excited. And let's see what's going on. What's happening here for our Virgo baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac throughout mid-December 2023. What do we got in store here, please, for our zodiac signs of Virgo? Moving on in throughout mid-December 2023. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Starting out with the overall energy, we have here the Hermit. Looking at the current energy, we have the Page of Cups, what you're dealing with at this time, the Ten of Wands, and looking at the current outcome, we do have a Six of Swords showing up here for you as well. So Team Virgo, do want to mention the Hermit showing up for you is your card, so you're showing up quite strong here in your reading. Hermit typically represents the energy of wisdom. It could also represent the energy of solitude. Let's look at the context and see what we can see. We have here, though, a Hermit, and this Hermit is going to be paired here with a Page of Cups. So I do feel like this could more or less be about kind of starting to recognize while you've been in solitude, you're now realizing you want to put yourself back out there. Page of Cups. Page of Cups is about being very expressive, very open, very out there. It's a very loving energy, but it's also an energy of wanting to be social. So I think that if you've been in hermit mode, if you've been kind of resting, kind of keeping yourself from people for quite some time, you are ready to be more so social around people and put yourself back out there again this month. For those of you that have wanted to be single, or if you have been single by choice for quite some time, this, however, can also be the energy of wanting to be open to dating people again, getting to know people. That could be something that's reawakening as well in this mid-month. So maybe you're ready to get back out there romantically in the dating scene. That might be something coming up here too. Regardless for you though, looking at what you're dealing with, we do have here the Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands here says, ooh, you know what it looks like to me, Virgo? I think that the isolation aspect with the Hermit card showing up here has been maybe the isolation due to the nature of not being very happy. Ten of Wands can be a card of unhappiness, but it also could be a card of just feeling like you've been struggling. You've had like an overwhelming amount of things to deal with. And I think that maybe you've kind of been in a bit of an escapist energy in the past, but it looks actually to me that coming into mid-December, it's like, I want to show up. I don't want to escape anymore. You know, if I want to fix my problems, they're not going to be fixed by me kind of taking a step back, and they're not going to be fixed by anybody else. However, though, they can only be fixed by me. So everything I said previously could resonate, but I actually feel like this is the most accurate storyline. So if it happens to resonate, cool. If not, no worries. You know, if you haven't been in the energy of escapism, you know, it's not your story. But if you've noticed in the past that you've been incredibly overwhelmed, whether you've been incredibly overwhelmed with life's challenges, personal challenges and struggles, financial situations, maybe you've been incredibly overwhelmed in a relationship, I think you took some time to detach. You needed it. It was like, right now, I can't do this. There is a lot happening. I'm so overwhelmed. I need my space. But you're realizing I've been in that hermit energy for too long. And sitting in that hermit energy for too long is not benefiting me anymore because I've had all the space I've needed. And now I'm starting to notice the more that I'm not paying attention to what needs resolvement in my life, now even more, it feels like things are continuously piling up and piling up and piling up. And it's time for me to take charge and take action. Page of Cups. So you feel suddenly very remotivated jumping into the mid-month portion here of mid-December, to get back at this 10 of Wands and to start working on whatever needs to be resolved. Having a look here at the outcome, 6 of Swords, I think you're headed in the right direction. You're headed in a great direction, Team Virgo, throughout the rest of the month. You know, this is about, I feel good, I'm moving forward, I'm doing what I can to narrow down these 10 of Wands. Eventually, I'm going to go ahead and break every wand to the point where there's no wands left, you know, there's no struggles left. I'm going to do what I can to get rid of all these wands in my life. So you guys are really putting in the work here. And I think that you're taking it one step and one day at a time. And if you're not, remember, the key is when we are overwhelmed, we want to take it one step and one day at a time. When you allow yourself to do things and focus not on taking it all on at once, but just little by little, it's incredibly beneficial. And it actually is incredibly efficient as well to help you manage whatever you may be dealing with. So the key to not get overwhelmed is to actually take it slow and focus on one thing at a time. But nonetheless here, Virgos, I like this. Yeah, you are tapping back into whatever you need to resolve, and you're ready here to put in the work. There's definitely the spark of remotivation jumping into mid-December. All right, I like it, Virgo. Awesome. Let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Happy holidays to you. Do enjoy the rest of your month of December. Thanks for watching, Team Virgo, okay? All right, baby, we're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have touched base here with our Virgo gang. We're now going to go ahead and head on in to Team Libra. Team Libra, hello. Happy holidays, guys. Hope you're excited here. Welcome into your mid-December check-in, and let's see what's going on with you. What do we got in store here for Team Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac throughout mid-December 2023. What do we got going on here for Libra? Let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to get about 2 more shuffles, and we'll see what's up. Starting out here with your overall energy, Libra, we do have here the 3 of Pentacles. Looking into the current energy, we have here the Chariot, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Moon card, and having a look here at the outcome for Team Libra is going to be the Queen of Wands in the upright position as well. So taking a look here at your energies for the mid-month period, 3 of Pentacles showing up here, Chariot showing up here as well. It does feel like you're working on your future. So your future seems to be kind of what's in the crosshairs right now for you. It's what your main focus seems to be. Now, when I look at what you're dealing with being the Moon card is your emotions, your feelings. So I think that when you've been tuning into how you feel lately, maybe you haven't necessarily been incredibly happy about your present moment. As we all know, what we do now is what affects our future. So what we create in the present will inevitably affect how our future outcome is going to be. So if we want to have a future for ourselves, we got to get started now. I almost kind of feel like emotionally you've been tuning in and been very aware lately about how you're feeling. You haven't been on autopilot. It's like you've been tapped into your awareness, Libra. And it's like, yeah, like I'm not really feeling happy with my career, or I'm not really feeling happy with my relationships, or I'm not really feeling happy with myself. And that is not going to change one day. I'm not going to wake up in the future one day and be like, woohoo, everything's changed. I have to start today if I want to make those changes applicable. So you're realizing that it's like, it's time to get to work. Because I want a steady and a solid future for myself. And the way that I'm going to make that happen is dependent all upon what I do right now. So I feel like there's this energy and sense of urgency, but I also want to say for you guys, even though you may be feeling a sense of urgency, don't worry about needing to have it be so urgent, and don't feel the need to have to rush to create these wonderful things for your future. I think it's amazing, first and foremost, that you're aware right now about, okay, if I'm not happy now, I'm not going to be happy later on. So I want to do what I can to change some stuff. I want to work on my life. That's fantastic to see that. And I love that for you. But don't feel like you have to rush the process is something I want to say here as well for your mid-December. Now, looking at the outcome, Queen of Wands, I love that for you. That's the energy here of confidence. It's the energy of feeling like you're getting your mojo back. I almost am hearing for some Libras too, it's like maybe you feel like you have a purpose again, which is interesting. Maybe some of you kind of felt like, I don't know, I don't really feel like I'm doing anything meaningful or purposeful in my life. And with that being said, it's kind of nice now to work towards something and have something to work towards in general, which I can definitely resonate with that for sure. I know that I've had countless times in my life where I felt like I had nothing to work towards, and it felt pretty miserable. But when you start to get that goal in mind, or you start having a sense of a future you'd like, and as you can see that in the crosshair of your eyes and you have something to work for again, it can be a very gratifying feeling. And of course, when you get to that place you've worked so hard to be at, it's a very satisfying feeling as well. So Libras, getting ready here to start working on your future, but remember, your future starts today, right? So that's what it's all about. I think that you've been tuning into yourself emotionally. You've been very aware about how you've been feeling. You've kind of been checking in with yourself, and you're like, whoa, I'm not happy with career, or maybe I'm not happy with myself. And, you know, I don't want this to always be the case. So I got to start now, you know, I got to start now with whatever it is I'm doing. So best of luck to you. I like that a lot. And I hope you're looking towards a fantastic future here, Team Libra, and definitely loving the message for you, man. Keep on getting hard to work and keep on working hard. It's going to pay off in the end of the day. So yeah, I appreciate you, Libra. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but have a wonderful rest of your mid-December. And of course, happy holidays to all of my Libra peeps. We're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thanks, Team Libra, for stopping by. Now, we finished up here our Libra. We're now going to go ahead and hop on into Team Scorpio. Scorpio, what's going on? Welcome into your mid-December. Do want to say happy holidays. Hope you guys are excited here for the holidays with your friends, your family, and your loved ones. But let's get it popping and see what's going on for you beautiful peeps. What do we have in store here, please, for Team Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus coming on into mid-December 2023. What's going to be in store here for our lovely Scorpio gang? Overall energy, we got a Two of Cups. Taking a look here at the current energy, we do have here the King of Pentacles, what you're dealing with. We have the Ace of Swords, and looking at the outcome, we have here the Judgment in the upright position as well. Very interesting. You might be dealing with a fellow Scorpio here as well, but Two of Cups here to the King of Pents, that to me is about being very comfortable in a situation. You could be very comfortable in a relationship because Two of Cups can be representative of that. So for some Scorpios, if you are in a relationship, it's very stable in the mid-month portion here. It's very honest. Both of you really care for each other. So there could be a relationship going incredibly well. But if it's not about that, I think that honestly for the vast majority of Scorpios, something that's changing here in mid-December is the relationship to self. I actually feel like that's the main message for most of you. It's like Two of Cups here, King of Pentacles here. You're reconnecting to yourself in ways that maybe you haven't in quite some time. When I see the Ace of Swords showing up, you're starting to see truth. You're starting to see the true nature of who you truly are. The thing is, guys, is sometimes, unfortunately, we can fall into the trap of having our negative perceptions of self. We can fall into the trap of listening to the negative sides of our brain. You know, we've all had negative thoughts about ourselves before. We've all created falsified negative perceptions before, but it's about breaking out of that and really seeing the true human being you are and recognizing I am actually a beautiful person. I remember when I had this breakthrough. And it wasn't easy to get to that point. I have created, back in the day, such a falsified perception of myself that I was this horrible being, that I deserved no love. I had this story that I deserved nothing that was ever good, you know? I wrote myself off as the worst person in the world. But it took a lot of revamping and changing, but one day I kind of just woke up with this Ace of Swords and realized, am I really that bad? Am I really that undeserving? Am I really that worthless in a way too? I know that this sounds a bit intense, but you know, this is what I went through. So I feel like some of you are kind of at that point too, where it's like, why am I writing myself off so much? Am I really that bad? No. So you're starting to have that breakthrough moment, that breakthrough point. It's like breaking away from the falsified perception of self. And a lot of us can have a falsified perception because maybe other people made us feel that we should feel that way about ourselves. Maybe we went through so many things in our childhood that it's created not necessarily a lot of self-appreciation, but it's targeted us to focus on more of the negatives about self than the positives. But with that being said for you, you're ready here to switch and change your judgment, Team Scorpio. Looking at the outcome, we have here the Judgment card. It's like the way that I perceive myself, I want that to be totally different. I'm ready here to look at myself in terms of abundance. I'm ready here to look at myself in terms of positivity and happiness, to look at myself in terms of love, because that's absolutely 100% what I frickin' deserve. Hell yeah, baby. Indeed you do. So Scorpios, I like that. Now, like I did previously mention, for some of you, This could be representative this month about, being in a loving romantic connection. You're super happy with your partner. Things are going well. That could be the case for some of you. But I do feel like for the vast majority of you here, it's a breakthrough. It's about recognizing, I had a falsified perception of who I was. And I'm now starting to see, hey, I'm not that bad. There's actually a lot of lovable qualities about who I am. There's actually a lot to love. And that's such a beautiful thing when you start to realize that and awaken to that, guys. So I'm so happy for you. And I feel super like bubbly and warm right now because I'm thinking back to my own personal experiences with that, where I started to, love myself and actually see the worth and the value. And nothing tops that feeling. So I'm so proud and I'm so happy for you. And I hope you enjoy this energy as much as you can. And I hope you have, of course, a great rest of your mid-December 2023. And happy holidays to you, your friends, and your family and loved ones. But Scorpio, what a wonderful reading. All right. We're going to go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward, sending out my love to you guys. Okay. All right, everybody. We finished up here, Team Scorpio. Let's go ahead and see what's popping for Sagittarius. Now, at the time of this recording, Sagittarian, it is still your birthday. So let's see what's up here for our birthday peeps. And hopefully you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a great time in your mid-December here. And I hope you're excited here for your holidays. All right. But let's see what's going on here for Saggy. Messages for Team Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Coming on into mid-December 2023. What do we got showing up here for our lovely Saggy gang? What's poppin', baby? Overall energy, we got here the World card. Taking a look at the current energy, we have here the Temperance, what it is you're dealing with at this time. We do have here the High Priestess, and taking a look here at the current outcome for Sagittarians, we have here a Six of Swords showing up as well. Very powerful cards. By the way, Sagittarius, you're showing up in this reading. The Temperance is the Sagittarius zodiac card. Now, the World showing up, this is representative of Aquarian, Taurus, Scorpio, or Leo. So if those zodiacs apply to you in any sort of way, take what resonates. The World card here and the Temperance card. I think you feel pretty dang good. And that definitely to me is due to the nature of some massive kind of change. Typically, the World card is the end of a cycle, so a new cycle can be born. So there is some sort of new cycle, I feel, that's been born here in your life. Looking at what you've been dealing with, we have here the High Priestess. I feel like you've been kind of low-key about it, though, Sag. So you might have like a new relationship, but this new relationship's on the down low. Maybe you got a new job, but you're not really telling people about it. I feel like you're moving low-key, but you're moving low-key for a reason. I'm kind of seeing snake, like a snake right now, slithering in the grass. So this could be about I'm moving low-key because there could be people around me with Seven of Swords-ish like energy, people who could be deceptive, people who are possibly not happy for you, and maybe you just don't want their negativity on something that's incredibly brand new in your life, and let alone something that's brand new, but also something that's making you happy. So it's like, I don't want that to get involved with me, is what I'm feeling here. Give me more clarification on the High Priestess for Sagittarius. I need one card here for the High Priestess. Why do we have the High Priestess for Sag? And what do we got? We got here the Nine of Cups. And let's get one more. We have here the Eight of Wands. Yeah, I do get that feeling here for you guys where it's like right now I see growth and expansion with something that I have. And you have a good feeling about it. High Priestess is also a card of intuition. So despite being a card about keeping things on the down low, it could be a card here about intuitively picking up on something. So whatever this new cycle is, you have a good feeling about it. You feel like there is expansion here. There is definitely longevity here. You feel like there's going to be long-lasting happiness that can come from this. So for some of you, if you're in a new connection or new relationship, you may start to feel, oh my God, this is going to be a long-lasting connection. I just got a good feeling about it. If it's a new job, it's going to be a long-lasting job. I have a good feeling about it too. Now, whatever is personally happening to you, whether it's career or romance, whatever the case may be, you just feel good about it. And sometimes, you know, going back a little bit to this snake energy that I'm seeing for you, you know, one thing that I've learned in life is not everybody wants to hear your good news, you know? So with that being said for you, Sagittarius, you're kind of resonating with that energy too. It's like, whilst I may be happy, while I may be feeling good at this time, not everybody always wants to hear my good news. So I don't want to necessarily just put it all out there because there might be some haters in the grass. There may be some snakes in the grass that I don't want necessarily getting involved in my business and in my energy. So I wholeheartedly do get where you're coming from. Having a look here at the outcome though, Six of Swords, yeah, whatever this is, you're moving forward with it, guys, for the foreseeable future. Definitely feels to me like whatever this is, there has been stability already established. You're excited. This is something you want to continue to carry on with. So I wish it wasn't so general. I'm sorry, guys, if it was a pretty general read. It was for sure. But at the end of the day, nonetheless, this is about being happy with some sort of new cycle. So there's a new chapter in your life, Sag. I like it. All right. There's a new chapter in town. It looks cool. And I think you're happy with it too. And as long as you're happy, I'm happy. So go ahead and continue to live your best life here, Sagittarius. Do enjoy the rest of your mid-December. And of course, have a happy holidays with your friends, your family, and your loved ones. I appreciate you guys so much. And take care. Thank you, Team Sagittarius. All right? All right, baby. We're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. We have touched base here with our Sagittarians. We're now going to go ahead and move on in to Team Capricorn. And we'll see what we got going on here for you. So, Capricorn, welcome on in to your mid-December. Happy holidays, and let's see what's going on here for you, baby. Messages in store here for Team Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac coming on in to mid-December 2023. What's showing up here for the Cappies? Overall energy for you, Queen of Swords coming out. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here a star card, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Chariot, and then taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the Five of Cups showing up as well. Very interesting here, Team Capricorn. I do want to take the time to note, you have here a Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is naturally representative of really cutting through the bull, cutting through the BS, seeing things incredibly clearly. So I feel like with the star card accompanied with this Queen of Swords, you are seeing your path very clearly. You're also seeing where you're aligning very clearly as well. So I feel like I'm hearing don't bullshit a bullshitter, but I'm not going to bullshit myself. So you're in an energy where you're not BSing yourself. You're being as real, raw, open, and honest with yourself as you can be. And looking at what you're dealing with, you're looking at your direction. You're looking at your path. So Capricorns, with this all in mind, and especially with the Five of Cups showing up here for the outcome, maybe some of you are looking at a path where you're headed and you're not happy with it. And I think this is about saying, I need to be clear about where this path is going. I can't sit there and hope for sunshine and rainbows. I can't sit there and BS myself. I need to be raw and real. So there could be some sort of path coming into play for you that you're seeing and you're like, this isn't where I want to go down. It's not a road I want to take. But if I can at least acknowledge that this is the path I'm going down, then I can start to do something about it, which is the good news, right, Capricorn? So I'm not sitting here saying, hey, you're seeing that you're going down a path you don't like and you're screwed, Cappy. That is never the case. Remember, guys, we always have free will. So if we see something we don't like, we have the ability to change stuff up. And indeed you do. So Capricorns, that's what this month is about. Maybe you're starting to note that you're headed in a direction with your relationship that you're not particularly happy with, or you're headed in a direction with your finances or career you're not typically happy with, or a friend, etc. You're saying, I need to be real about this so I can see it. And now that I can see it, that also means that I can cut it out and I can avoid it, and I don't have to go down this dark path that does not serve me. Remember, Capricorn, what I love so much about tarot is 100% avoidable. Not avoidable in the sense of saying, hey, I'm just not going to watch tarot, but I mean, it's avoidable in the sense of the predictions. You don't have to resonate with the outcome because you are the person who can create your reality. You can shift your outcome with your free will. So right now, this may be the path you're going on. You acknowledge it, you see it, but you can also create a better one. Ace of Wands, and that's what it's all about here, baby. So I think you're catching, some sort of path here that you're seeing yourself go down. This is a road you don't want to take. It's time for redirection is what you're saying. Queen of Swords, it's time for redirection here to this Ace of Wands. What's going to set my soul on fire? What's going to make me happy? What's going to be the best and most likely outcome if I take a good positive path? This is where you're headed. Okay? I like it, Capricorn. Very, very cool. Let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Of course, guys, have a great rest of your month, and happy holidays to you. All right, Cappies? All right, baby, we're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have finished up our Capricorns. Let's go ahead now and get on into Team Aquarius and see what's going on throughout your mid-December. Aquarius, I want to say hi. What's up, guys? Welcome into mid-December, and happy holidays to you guys, your friends, your family, and your loved ones. Let's see what's going on with you beautiful peeps. What messages are showing up here for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-December 2023. What do we got going on here for the lovely Aquarius gang? Let's go ahead and check it out. Starting out here with the first card for the overall energy, we have here the Ten of Swords. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here a Queen of Cups, what it is you're dealing with, Aquarius. We have the Eight of Cups, and looking at the current outcome, we have here the Sun card in the upright position as well. I do get the sense here, by the way, sorry, this is not a Queen of Cups, this is a Page of Cups, but I do kind of get the sense here for you, Aquarius. 10 of Swords to the Page of Cups. You feel like you've extended enough, is what I'm hearing for you. I've extended enough, I've extended so much, I've done what I could. And I'm at a point right now where I don't think I can continue to extend any longer. Your hands are tied, is what I'm hearing, Aquarius. I'm also seeing a situation where you could have been financially helping somebody, but you might be saying now that your hands are tied, considering that maybe you don't have the finances anymore to support somebody else and yourself. So you're at a point in time where it's like, I'm sorry, but you have to take care of yourself. I have to take care of myself as well. So that could be a situation showing up for some of you as well, just a random side message. But yeah, I'm getting that feeling here for you, Aquarius, where it's like, overall, my hands are tied in a situation in my life. You know, Page of Cups showing up here for you. I've been incredibly generous as much as I could with my energy, with my love, with what I could provide. But I also get, however, person you're dealing with, 8 of Cups, what were they leaving in return? So I feel like you were effortlessly, you know, giving and giving and giving without expecting much in return. But in a way, it's like, I thought that there would have been some appreciation, you know? I thought that somebody at least would appreciate me. I wasn't asking for much, is what's coming in from your energy. And I think everybody deserves to be appreciated, especially if they're providing whatever they can to help somebody out. So I get where you're coming from, you know? Now, this doesn't have to be about like giving money to somebody. Maybe this was about you were always taking care of someone that you love. Could have been a friend, could have been a romantic partner. Maybe you were always there for somebody, but maybe it just felt like somebody got too comfortable. I'm also kind of hearing that as well. Like somebody got too comfortable, Aquarius. They got too used to you always being there. So now when you're not there, it's a different story. I think their reality is going to shift when they start to see that you're no longer around. Because I also kind of feel in a way that somebody could have been beginning to become codependent on you with whatever it is that you were providing. But now at this point where you're breaking away from that, you're walking away from this person in specific, it's going to be quite a different experience for this individual, especially if they've been quite used to you. But what I do see here on the good side, on the good news, we have here the Sun for the outcome. The outcome here does represent that you're happy. I think that you're in a better place and you're feeling a lot better, because I do think that naturally with all you've been providing to a specific person, to a degree, it has been a bit of a, you know, a draining experience. It's been a bit of a draining experience for you, and now you have the time for yourself, you have the time to prioritize you, and you don't have to feel like you constantly have to be prioritizing and doing so much for another individual. So Aquarians, of course, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but yeah, somebody here I feel is going to have a reality check without you. And I think once again, it's not that you're 100%, you know, maybe moving on or letting go of somebody just because there wasn't enough appreciation. I think that adds to it. But I think overall you've gotten to a point where you recognize, I don't really have much more to give anymore at this time, because you really feel like you've given it all you've got. Your hands are tied now and you need to redirect that attention to yourself. Okay. And that's okay, Aquarius, especially if you need to. You deserve to take care of yourself at the end of the day as well. All right. So of course, take it if it resonates, if it's your story. If not, absolutely no worries. But Team Aquarius, I appreciate and love you guys so much. Have a great rest of your mid-December and have a happy holidays with your loved ones. Take care here, Team Aquarius. We're now going to go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have finished up our lovely Aquarius gang. We're now going to hop on into our final zodiac, Team Pisces. Let's go ahead and see what's popping on in here for the fish. Pisces, happy holidays to every single one of you. Let's see what's going on here for your mid-December 2023. What's showing up here for our fish? What do we got going on for the Pisces, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-December 2023. What's going to be in store here, please, for our zodiac sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-December 2023. Starting out here with the overall energy, we have here the Empress. Taking a look here at the current energy, Pisces, we have a Knight of Swords, what you're dealing with here. Ace of Pentacles. Taking a look here at the outcome, Pisceans, is going to be the Four of Pentacles in the upright position as well. All right, Team Pisces, what's going on here for the fish? Empress card is fantastic. I love it. It's the energy of feeling lovey-dovey. It's about nurturing. It's about being in a high vibrational energy. It's about growth. You know what, though? With the Knight of Swords showing up here, I feel like you're taking more action to nurture yourself. I really feel like this is an opportune time for Pisceans to kind of go in the cocoon is what I'm hearing for you. I know that sounds a bit interesting, but I feel like December, mid-December, it's a perfect time to cocoon, you know? If you need to go in the cocoon for a little bit, if you need to self-soothe, if you need to nurture, if you need to kind of take the time to escape a little bit, Piscean, don't feel afraid to do so. Hermit vibes are totally showing up here in this reading, even though the Hermit card isn't here, but I feel like it's such an opportune time right now to connect with yourself. So Pisces, you know, if you haven't really been feeling like you've had much of a social meter lately, if you haven't really wanted to be around and out and about with people, you kind of want to kick it to yourself and you kind of just want to internalize and figure shit out, I think it's a very opportune time here in the mid-month of December to do that. You know, looking at the outcome, you have here a Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles here says, yeah, there's a lot inside this box that I need to unpack and unload. So I feel like that's representative of there's a lot going on within that you do need to unpack and unload. And also throughout this time period, we do have Mercury in retrograde. And when Mercury is in retrograde, it always has this, you know, ability to bring up things that we've been burying deep within, you know, deep within, something we've been burying beneath the layers, you know, with the things we've locked away in a lockbox. Suddenly the lockbox becomes unlocked and it's like, oh shit, we have all these pentacles that we got to take care of. So I'm getting that feeling for you where it's such an opportune time for self and personal growth in the month if you take action on it, you know? If you're willing to work with this energy. So if you're willing to work with the opportunity that not only Mercury provides, but overall the general energy, if you're willing to work with this, you guys can expect growth and personal development. I think a lot of you can expect to unpack that lockbox if you've been dealing with lots of things that have been locked up within so deep and so buried. So that treasure comes out and you get to release what no longer serves. I like that, Team Pisces. So yeah, you know, word to the wise for any cross watchers, you know, if Pisceans are not really all that social coming into the mid-month portion, if they're kind of kicking it, doing their own thing, if, you know, they seem like they're, you know, taking time right now to kind of do what they got to do, I'd let them. And Pisces, I think that if you've been feeling this way for a while, I would say take the opportunity. I feel like it's going to work out very well for you at this time. And I feel like it's very opportune because as you get through this season, if you will, when we start to move out of more of the winter energy, the winter month, and we get more into the spring, you're going to notice how you're blossoming into this new and beautiful person. And I think you're also going to see all the growth come in as well as we shift seasons too. So I think really taking up this opportunity is going to be beneficial to you. All right, Pisces, I love that, guys. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Pisces, I love you guys so much. Happy holidays to each and every single one of you. And of course, do enjoy the rest of your mid-December 2023. Thank you, Team Pisces, for tuning on in. All right, Pisces, baby. And with that all being said, guys, thank you everybody so much for coming out here to the All Signs mid-December 2023 check-in. It was so fun to connect with all of you guys, so thank you for your love and support, and I hope each and every single one of you enjoyed your reading here today. I do want to mention, as always, everybody, if you do want to get yourself a personal reading, don't hesitate, head over down to CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's the first link in the description below. I'd be happy to book you there if you would like to get a reading. I do want to mention too, if you had fun here today, hit that like button. I would appreciate it so much. And if you're new, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family anytime. So if you want to come on down and join, definitely feel free to. Okay? All right, my beautiful peeps. Have a wonderful and amazing rest of your mid-December. Happy holidays to all. Happy New Year to everybody too, as we're moving into the new year quite shortly. I love and appreciate you, and I will see everybody in the next video. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Peace.